For weeks, our chickens weren't laying any eggs. At first we thought it was winter, then we thought it was their age, but it turned out to be something we completely missed. In this episode, we tackle some of the common reasons why your chickens may not be laying.
It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning.
To understand how we got here, we have to go back 4 years to when we were building our first ever chicken coop. So this is the chook house. It's built out of macrocarpa. This is just old bits of macrocarpa that I had laying around. We've got a bit of kakatea, which is a native New Zealand timber, white pine. And then just for the floor, we've got some rough bits of totara. So last night I just finished off that roof. Now I realised that I put this brace on the wrong side of the line, so I had to lift that up a little bit. And now I'm getting into the nesting boxes. Now I'm just building this out of 18mm ply. Hello, lovely snub. Bye. Measuring it up and then just using another block of wood as a straight edge. Boxes, check. And these will lift up so we can access the eggs down there. Hey Fern. Now I'm trying my best here to use as many of the materials that we have on site as I can. Recycling will bring the price of this chicken coop down significantly. Oh, fits like a glove. She's all lined, coming together well. So it's a couple of days after I've got some gear. Left all my batteries. Now just doing all of the finishing touches, the hinges are going on, ready to collect the chickens today. So we've got the perches up there, they'll sleep on that. I've started to put mulch down there from the milling. I need to finish off these nesting boxes, but I've actually got to pick up these chickens first. They're not laying yet, so I've still got some time to kind of nut it out. The kids were absolutely amped about this. I think we all were. Now we brought our dog crate that we use for Fern, which was perfect to cart them. Now Libby's always so hands-on. She was helping clip their wings so these chickens wouldn't take off. What do you reckon, Camille? Cool? They're pretty cool?
Cool.
Yeah?
I'm gonna have fun picking up the eggs.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, phew. Well, it looks better now.
Good job there, Lib.
Lucky last.
Loving it.
Look so cool it is on the stand.
This woman trying to blooming electrocute me with the blooming turning on the electric fence.
Like father, like son.
This little chicken coop actually did us proud. Every morning and every evening, the kids would head down to see the chooks, feeding them, topping up their water, and collecting the eggs. They absolutely loved it. Libby even managed to train one of them to jump up on her arm for treats, which was pretty impressive considering most of the chickens seemed to have the attention span of a teaspoon. During the day, we'd let them free range around the property. They'd spend hours scratching through the grass, hunting bugs, digging little craters everywhere, and generally living their best chicken lives. To be honest, for a while there, it felt like we cracked the chicken code. Everything was working beautifully. until it wasn't. One night, a decent Hawke's Bay wind came through and took hold of the coop and, yep.
I am the master balancer. Some people balance rocks. Other people balance on unicycles. But I balance chicken coops.
But that was only the beginning. You mongrels, get out of my house. Oh, that's the blooming. Oh my goodness. Every chance they got, they'd wander inside. And if you've never lived with free-range chickens before, let me tell you something. Chickens are lovely, right up until they start treating your house like theirs. Where the heck is that thing? There it is, there. Poor Fern suddenly felt personally responsible for chicken control. She never actually applied for the job, but apparently she's been promoted to head of security. What started out as this perfect free-range dream was quickly turning into a bit of a nightmare. So, we needed a new plan. The obvious solution was to build an enclosure to keep them contained. No more chickens in the house. No more chasing chickens around the property. Problem solved. Or so we thought. Then winter arrived, and with winter came mud. Lots of it. Before long, the entire run had turned into a soggy mess. So, once again, we found ourselves back to the drawing board. And this time, we decided to combine the best of both parts of the system. The freedom of free ranging with the control of the enclosure. The plan was simple. Sell the old coop that I built. Take the enclosure and turn it into something called a chicken tractor. And hopefully, we'd finally stop redesigning our chicken setup every couple of years. So this is what we came up with.
So feeding the chickens is my job, and this is how to do it. So here's the feeder here. It's hung up like that so they don't poop in it or anything.
Oh, another one got out.
Yeah, this is the water feeder here. You just unhook it and then pour the water in and then screw the lid back on. We also keep this just a little while off the ground. And then we've got the nesting boxes here. As you can see, it's just a bucket with some sawdust inside. We let them out for like 1 to 2 days and then we got to get them back in. If we don't, then they poop all over the deck, and Mum and Dad don't really like that.
Go Camille, good job.
So this bucket, we put all our scraps in,
Yep.
and then when we're done with it, we take it up to the chickens down there, and they pick most of the food out of it, and what's left is just good for the soil.
You're great at your job too, sweetheart, because that bucket can sometimes be so heavy.
Yeah.
This system was working fantastic, which is why we were so confused of why these chickens weren't laying. Literally, we were getting no eggs. So, we've noticed lately that our chickens just have not been laying. They're coming up there in age. Now, it is winter, so you lay a lot less over winter, but there's just something going on. Now, we're just going to pause right there because Libby, our family vet, she's going to give us a rundown on why this could be happening.
Hi, I'm Libby, and these are some reasons your chickens may not be laying. Reason number 1 is mites and lice. Lice usually stay on the bird, and they like to lay eggs in the feathers and at the base of it, and you can usually tell because they've got flakiness all through their skin, and if you lift up their wings and look into their feathers, they've usually got some little bugs crawling around them. Whereas mites, they tend to actually sleep in the coop, and then when the chickens come in to roost, they'll actually crawl out of all the gaps or suck all their blood. So those are pretty bad as well. Another reason could be predators. Chickens are really particular about where they lay their eggs and when it's safe or not. And so if there's like mice or rats or stoats or ferrets or hawks hovering around all the time, wildcats, that sort of thing, then they don't want to lay because they know that their chicks and their babies that they're laying for are usually going to disappear. So in the summer, it tends to be really, really hot, and they sometimes slow down laying about then. as well as autumn, they tend to be shedding a lot. Like, all the feathers are everywhere and all that. So it means that they don't have any time to like lay eggs. They're all shedding and everything. And then in winter, the days get shorter and they can't lay eggs when it's that short, when the days are that short. But in winter, you're likely to have much less eggs, and in autumn, you're likely to have much less eggs because of them shedding.
Have you checked them for mites, sweetheart?
I'll check the main places. A lot of the time, they can be under their wings hiding.
Sure.
But you usually
That
see
looks
them at the
pretty
base.
healthy, eh?
She looks like she's got really healthy skin.
Okay. Cool, we'll move this so that they can get more sunlight, Libby. That can sometimes be the issue. In the winter months, they slow down in laying because they don't have as much sun. And if we're blocking some of that sun, that'll do it. Clover, no. Stay! And we better reset this. So this here is for rodents like rats. Unfortunately, a miner got caught on it, a bird. Hey, you know what's interesting? All that food's eaten. Turns out that there was a big clue. Now these traps are gnarly. I borrowed this from my father-in-law, and it's a really good trap, but it is it feels so like dangerous to set.
You could quite easily lose a finger.
You could lose a finger, yeah, I would say. But that's the safety. There's like this little hook there that's the safety.
Oh, yeah.
And so we'll keep that safety on. Keep that safety on. Use peanut butter. Push that over like that. Then that is set. So the chickens looked healthy enough. We thought maybe they're not getting into their food, but that didn't seem to be it. Corbin was constantly filling it up. We weren't sure that it was a predator. I'd set the trap multiple times and nothing. So what could it be? That's when Libby spotted something. For sure.
What's that?
It's a bird nest.
Are you sure?
Yeah, there's
It probably is, to be honest.
there's
But I have.
swallows and miners that always pick up their food all the time. Is this good?
Oh, I hope it's a bird nest, not a rat nest. Oh,
You said.
and that's when I saw it, a mouse. There. There's a mouse. And then a second one ran out. Did you find it? Oh, there it is.
Over here.
Not just one mouse, but a mouse nest right above where the hens were roosting every single night. After 4 years of raising chickens, 3 different systems, hundreds and hundreds of eggs, we think the culprit might have been a family of mice living above their heads. Whether that was the whole reason or not, it certainly wasn't helping. Quick, oh, yeah, get it, Clover!
Get it, Clover!
Mouse? See, that could be it. It could just be because mice are like racing around their chicken coop and they don't like it. Looking back, I reckon the biggest thing these chickens have taught us is to keep paying attention. Every system we've built has worked for a season. The free ranging worked until it didn't. The enclosure worked until it didn't. And even now, after finally settling on a setup that we were really happy with, we still ended up back up there trying to work out why the chickens had stopped laying. Life's a bit like that. Every now and again it's worth stopping and asking, is what I'm doing actually working? Am I heading in the direction that I want to go? Or do I need to make a few changes? Because sometimes the answer isn't working harder, it's just being willing to reassess and adapt. And that's certainly been true with these chickens.
I wonder if there's any eggs today. Oh, there's an egg!
No!
There's 2!
Seriously?
Yes!
Oh my goodness! That is awesome! We're gonna show Mum!
Cast the egg!
And it turns out the chickens got the memo. See you next time on Family on the Fennel.